Let me show you how to create 80 pieces of content in just 4 hours. And I don't mean spammy content, but I mean high value content that is designed to perform like these videos here. So for example, here we have nearly 600,000 views. Here we have 113,000, nearly 100,000, 70,000 views, 120,000 views, 75,000 views. So you have 80 pieces of content that are designed to get you results. And what results, you will be asking? So it really depends on your business, but we have a few options here. Obviously, if your business is calls oriented, you will get more calls. If you are selling services, then obviously you will sell more of your services. If you sell digital products, you will sell more digital products. And if you just want to get more members into a school community or any other community, this will also work for you. But there is also a bonus or a byproduct, and this happens when you implement the YouTube system as well. So let's say if you are already using some kind of outbound, in this case it was called email, or if you are using paid ads, or any other activity, it will help you lower the cost of client acquisition. So we found out that if you have all these materials on YouTube and you build trust with people, and even you have some called activities, it will help you with lowering the cost. So this is, let's say, a side effect of implementing a YouTube system, but nevertheless, it will help you with all these things that we just mentioned. You might be asking how we do it. So the process is pretty straightforward, but also quite unique to our agency. So we'll help you with literally everything. We find ideas for you, we write your scripts, we create value materials, we create thumbnails, and we edit everything together. And the big difference is that you just show up, record content, send the raw material to us, and we handle everything. And here is the big difference between us and other agencies, because other agencies don't really care about ideas. And in my opinion, ideation is the most important part of this process. YouTube is all about one thing, and it's the constant fight between the demand and supply. If you want to grow on YouTube and you want to get clients from YouTube quite easily, we need to find ideas that there is a demand for, but there is not enough supply. And in every niche there are ideas like that, but it's difficult to find them. That's why most agencies fail, because they don't have the proper ideation process in place. Process for us looks like that. We'll find around 100 ideas for just one video. From these 100 ideas, we'll nail down to around 10 ideas. And from these 10 ideas, we'll pick 2 or 3, and then from that, we'll record or we will prepare materials for your video. So this is a very time-consuming process, and most agencies don't really pay attention to this part that much, and that's why they are getting just mediocre results. So here are a few ideas how to set up your first yo-yo everything you need to know. And here is the outlier score. The outlier score means that this video performed 464 times better than average video on this channel. And the average video on this channel is getting 2.4 thousand views, but this video got over 1 million views. Again, another idea, and we have outlier score of 1800x, which basically means 1800 times better than average video on this channel. So we have 3.5 thousand views on the average video, and this got over 6 million views for this creator. So this is the ideation process, the first part, and I can also show you what it looks like and what kind of ideas we'll be checking. So obviously, depending on your niche, we can find every niche with this tool here, and we'll be basically checking all of them for you. So we'll start with 100 ideas. For example, we have all these ideas here. Then we'll narrow down to 10. Then we'll narrow down to 2. And from these 2, we'll pick an idea that we'll record. And this process will repeat every single time. Obviously, we'll create a content bank for you at certain points, so it'll be easier for us to stay on track and keep recording, go from one video to another. But this is what we want to do to make sure that we are getting you the best results. Now, once we have an idea, now it's time to write a script. And we have 2 ways to approach script writing. One of them is word by word. So if you use teleprompter, you can just read it out loud and record a video. Or we can prepare just bullet points for you, and you just present your materials and you talk naturally to the camera. In my opinion, and based on data, it's much better to read bullet points because you sound more real. And when it comes to business and getting clients from YouTube, it's very important to sound real. Even if it doesn't look perfect, it's still better to sound real and look real. But nevertheless, we can do both options, so it really depends on you. If you have the whole script word by word, we'll do it for you. But if you want bullet points, we'll also do it for you. So it's really up to you. And as an example, you can have a script like that. For example, like here we wrote one script for a client. So this is what you can expect. Now, the next part is something that 99% of agencies never do. So we can say 99%. And these are value materials. So let's say if you decide to move forward with bullet points, or you want to have something that you can show in a video, or we can show it for you, then we will prepare all these value materials. And these value materials can have a few different forms. So for example, it can be a Figma doc, Miro board, or it can be a Google Doc where you just walk people through the process, or we will use it later on. And again, this is something that most agencies don't do because they don't really care about doing the extra work. They just want to edit the video and call it a day. So this is not what we do. So the next part is thumbnails. Here we have a few examples, and apart from creating thumbnails, we'll also test them, which is something that again, most agencies don't do. So again, 90% of agencies skip this part, and this is very important for growing on YouTube. On YouTube, you cannot directly see how many views or what click-through rate you are getting from what thumbnail. But with our approach and with our system, we can see exactly what thumbnail is bringing you, what kind of click-through rate, and then we can optimize for it. So we'll exactly know what thumbnail is bringing views, what is the click-through rate, what is the average view duration, how many likes, dislikes, subscribers, all of those important metrics. And again, this is what most agencies don't do. And to show you what it looks like, here we'll have a test. This test will run for the next 20 hours. And we have a free thumbnails that we are testing. We have views. We have a view percentage rate, which is in this case quite low for this video, but this is what we'll be testing. So we know what is working better, because sometimes thumbnail can even define how long people are staying and watching your video. This is also very, very important. Now, once we have a thumbnail, it's time to edit everything. So you record the video, so you send us raw material. Now it's time for us to edit it. So this is an example video. We were editing one of them for our clients. And a good thing about this service is that we'll keep your fonts, your style, your colors, and your branding. So that when we finally post the video on your channel, it looks like it belonged there. It looks like it's created for your brand. It doesn't look like some stock footage taken from Pexels or Pexabay, some, like cheap editing and cheap quality. We don't want to do it. This is exactly, if we combine all these things together into one system, you can create 80 pieces of content in just 4 hours, and it will look like that. So you get all the materials, right? Let's say this is material for one video, for the second one, for the third one, and let's say for the fourth one. Let's say if you decide to just record one video per week, so this is the setup. If you be 2 videos per week, obviously then it's gonna be more. But this is the initial setup. These are all the materials we created for you. So all you have to do right now is just to record all those videos. And because the materials are ready, you have scripts, you have everything, you can just record all of them during one session. So let's say during one day, let's say from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. you book this time for recording videos, and this will be videos for your whole month. So this is super powerful. And then again, you just send all those materials, so it'll be raw material, raw video to us. We do the rest, and that's pretty much it. So this is how people can create so much content and high quality content, because they have the full team behind them, team that understands YouTube. And also we get this kind of results. And you cannot find probably a second agency like that out there, because we can edit videos well, but we also know why they work, right? I am a YouTuber myself, and I have 2 YouTube channels right now. If you want, you can comment down below and I will show you those channels. But one channel has 15,000 subscribers, another one, actually I can show you this here, I don't need to talk about them. So this is my first channel, 15,000 subscribers, and then we have the next one, which is the channel here. So I understand YouTube, and I've been on YouTube for a long time, because as you can see on the first channel, when we check my videos, the oldest video that I recorded was recorded 8 years ago. So I've been in this game for quite some time, and this is the big difference. I understand how YouTube works, what we need to do, and I'm not only a YouTuber, because I was also running an agency, marketing agency before, so I understand how to get calls, what is important for those calls, and how to close them. And to show you the proof, this is my agency. I don't run this agency anymore. Nevertheless, the website is still working, so time to scale, and we are helping B2B businesses to get more deals. So my experience is quite unique. There is experience in many different things, and that's why you will get results you're looking for. We are not just editors or not just someone who find and create content for you. We are people with experience. We've done it ourselves with a few different businesses. That's why I say about digital products, services, calls, all kind of things in between, because I've done it myself. So if you would like to create all this content for yourself, 80 pieces of content in just 4 hours of work, so this is how you can get started with this kind of service. If you're making at least $10,000 per month, so if you're making 10K per month or more, then there will be the first link in the description where you can book a call with me and we'll find out if this service will work for you, or if you already decided, you can just buy directly. So you don't need to book a call. You can just buy on the website. And this is again another thing that most agencies don't do, which is showing the price. You will see the price directly on the website. I don't want you to hop on a call and don't know what is the pricing. You will find the exact pricing and all the deliverables on the website. So if you decide to book a call, you will know exactly what is the price, what is at stake, and we just need to find out if it's for you or not. But if you already know it's for you, you can just buy directly on the website and it will get started as soon as possible. So this is one option. However, if you are not making at least $10,000 per month yet, there is another option. So you can join my school community and then you can do it yourself. So there are all materials that I'm using from my clients and how the system is built. So you can just follow all these materials and start creating content by yourself. Obviously, it will be more time consuming on your end, but if you are not there yet with your revenue, this is probably the better approach for you. However, as I mentioned, if you're making already $10,000 per month or more, then I will be more than happy to help you with that for you solution. So it's really up to you. Now it's time to decide. And I cannot wait to see you on the other side, either as a client or as a member of my community. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.